Welcome back. New York Football Giants coach Tom Coughlin is out with a new book called Earn the Right to Win. In it, he offers practical advice on how to achieve success. I spoke to him about that and more earlier today. You say in the book that preparation brings confidence and that brings success. But can you always be confident of your preparation? How do you know that you've prepared the best you can for anything?
Well, obviously you have to have some instincts and some ability to judge. That's where the coaching comes in. But if you set standards and if you know exactly what it is you want to accomplish, it may be that you are a low-level manager striving to be a CEO one day. You've got to have structure. You've got to have a plan. You've got to have objectives. You've got to have a business plan. You've got to surround yourself with people you can trust and believe in. You got to have the kind of structure that lets you fall back when adversity strikes. Adversity is going to strike. Do you have a foundation in place that's not going to rock the boat, that you certainly have to deal with it, but you are going to succeed? So my point there is, hey, do the best you can in the job you're in, and you'll be recognized, okay? Too many times in life I see people who get one job, and before they even settle into that job, they're trying to get another one. How about doing the job you're supposed to be doing to the best of your ability? Everything else will take care of itself.
You also talk about in the book about the importance of discipline. If you've got a coach like you, I'm sure it's easy to discipline yourself, but how would you advise people to apply that discipline to themselves if they don't have a Super Bowl winning coach helping them on?
Well, self-discipline is a key. I believe you have to be a self-starter. But you have to train your own mind and your will through discipline. You have to set standards for yourself. You have to challenge yourself. You know, let's say you're starting to get tired in the afternoon, but you haven't fulfilled your full responsibility. You got to force your way through that, just like you would if you were in the exercise room and you had planned on having a 30-minute run or a 30-minute workout on the elliptical, and you got to that 28-minute mark and you were starting to bog down. You got to push yourself through that. You have to train your mind, self-discipline your mind, so that the mind tells the body what to do. That's the first point. Whether you're an athlete, whether you're a person in business, all days are not the same. You're not going to have an easy day every day. Things are going to be difficult. You got to be able to force your way through those particular days, knowing full well that what comes out on the other end is going to be a developmental process for you. You train yourself, you can share those examples with others.
I want to sneak in a couple of football-related questions if I can, Coach. A lot of focus on concussions and head safety over the last couple of years. Are you confident that there will be the right changes implemented in the game to keep the game both appealing but also to make it safe for players?
Well, quite frankly, the National Football League is trying to take the head out of the game. We're trying to make sure that the equipment is superior. We're trying to make sure that all we can do in terms of fashioning the rules to keep players safe is first and foremost on our mind. Commissioner Goodell has made that statement. Player safety is his #1 issue. So we're striving to do that. We want the games to be highly competitive. You have the greatest athletes in the world competing, but we don't want players to be injured. So the rules are being changed in order to do the best that we can to protect the player.
You know, next year's Super Bowl is in your home stadium. I never thought I'd say that to a New York football coach. Is that the kind of thing you can prepare for? We talked about preparation. Have you been building towards next year's Super Bowl with an eye towards hosting it, or is it just the same every year, trying to get to the big game?
Well, your first goal is to win the division. You have to have an access to get into the playoffs. To be in the tournament, you have to get in it before you can win it. That's where we focus on. We play in the elements all the time. So, you know, I'm expecting that Super Bowl 48 will be played in balmy weather, if you will. Maybe 50 degrees is what I'm saying. But that's not our first and foremost concern. We have a regular season with many, many difficult games to compete against great opponents before we can even begin to think about that. But it is our goal. The goal of every team is to win the Super Bowl.
And, of course, to win the upcoming game, the next game that's right in front of them. Finally, Coach, we got a guy on the show tonight, Tom Doherty, a political consultant, used to work for George Pataki. No bigger Giants fan. Think maybe you could say hello to him?
Hey, Tom. We like Giant fans. Go Giants.
There you go. That's the guy's the best. There you go. They made my day. All the anger I had coming in here, it's over. I'm happy now.
We should have done the segment first.
Should have done the segment
We would have had him
first.
agreeing on gun control.
You would have had
Rand
guns,
Paul.
you would have had sequester money, you would have had everything if you'd done that before the show started.
Okay, so now you're happy.
How could you not be happy with that?
So can you do Cruz, his salsa?
I'm not doing any salsa. But
Salsa, can you do the salsa,
How
brother?
could you get better than that?
You had Coach Coughlin say hello to you.
You can't get better than that.
You the man.
I am the man.
You the man.
I have a signed book from him, and now he said hello to me on the air.
On the air.
On the air.
If we got President Obama to say hi to him on TV, he'd be a Democrat.
I joined the cabinet.
But I want to see.
Doesn't take much to please me.
I want to see you do. Come on, do the salsa, man. You scored a touchdown.
No, you know what? You don't want viewers turning off the show. You know.
Coach Coughlin said hello to you.
I know. I got to get a clip of it. I'll just play it over and over on my iPad.
We're gonna get you a DVD of it. You can put it on your hope chest
But
or
wait a
whatever
minute.
it is.
I just thought about something.
Yeah.
What about me? The coach didn't say hello to me. Hey.
I don't see you putting G-Men on every tweet that you put out on Twitter.
Exactly.
Even on
Okay,
political
that's
tweets.
a good point. Okay, that's a good point.
Thank you very
That's
much.
a good point.
Thank
That's a
you.
good point.
I go to sleep
You the
thinking,
man.
Our
just
snapshot
dreaming.
of
the
the
man.
day is next.
You
No,
the
it's
man.
not Tom Doherty's
It's
face.
very nice of
Man.
Andrew to
Stay
do
You
this.
the man.
Very nice.
You the man.